It's your boy Alex, and welcome back to the Brave Lionheart channel, and we are back with another reaction video once again today. And don't worry about this. I just shaved a little bit earlier, and it was bleeding a little bit, so I'm completely fine. This is just soaking up the blood and all that. And if you haven't noticed, yes, I am wearing a new shirt. Got this from a recent Loot Crate, and it actually looks pretty cool. If I do say so myself. We're not talking about that, though. I could go through a whole video talking about shirts that I got. I won't do that, though. I won't force you to watch a video like that. But we are doing reaction videos again today, and this is one that has actually been requested by you guys that I've been trying to get to, but like I said, I have other things coming up that I'm trying to get over with and stuff. So there is that. But anyway, with that being said, today's reaction video, we're taking a look at some more Rerez and their series of Just Bad Games. And considering the last one I did was on a certain Caped Crusader that is an orphan and is a billionaire, saves Gotham City. Yeah, the last one we did was, of course, the Batman Dark Tomorrow game, which was very confusing, if I'll be honest. But now we're actually focusing on his counterpart superhero friend, or super friend, if I say. You see what I did there? Super friend. Anyway, we're taking a look at Superman, but not just any Superman game. And no, it's not the Superman 64 game for the Nintendo 64, though that actually would be a terrible game for them to talk about because, good lord, that game is bad. But no, we're taking a look at a little game called Superman, the Man of Steel, which I have no idea what it's about, but we'll just let Rerez talk about it and see what they know about the game, at least. We got the video set up, and like I said, this is a game I don't really know much about, so we'll just let them explain it as best as they can. So, without further ado, let's dive right into Just Bad Games, Superman, the Man of Steel, and see how bad it is. So, starting the video in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I also may have to turn the brightness up just in case if it looks really bad so far, because I had problems with the brightness while recording videos. Anyway, so let's just dive right into this.
We've come to understand that Superman on the Nintendo 64...
And once again, the messages pop up. I had to answer it real quick, so sorry about that again. But yeah, now that I think about it, Superman 64 has been known as like one of the worst like Superman games, if not one of the worst like Nintendo 64 games that's out there. Then again, now I think about it, this game that they're about to talk about must be way, way worse. Well, there's only one way to find out. We will just have to continue on with this video. Oh boy. Imagine if this game that they're talking about really is way worse than Superman 64. Yikes.
Upon the world. A janky mess
Oh,
of controls,
well, that just popped up while we were talking about it.
Any gamer. As such, we rest easy with the knowledge that no other Superman game could possibly be worse than this one. Right?
Oh
Superman,
boy.
The Man of Steel is an action-adventure title released exclusively to the Xbox in 2002.
The game was developed by Circus Freak Studios, who released only one game before going bankrupt in 2000.
Well, that's some interesting facts to know about.
The game begins with Lois Lane and Clark Kent openly discussing the
Oh,
secret of all
no.
time. Is, in fact,
Oh!
Just a sloppy pile
It's even worse!
amongst the many citizens of Metropolis. Where
Good lord, look at these character models.
Something about being married to a guy who can see through a brick wall and change the course of mighty rivers, not to mention fly.
You know, if the rocket ship that brought me to Earth as a baby hadn't landed in Kansas...
you might want to keep some of that to yourself.
That just like their lips weren't even matching with what they were saying.
This is Metropolis? They've got flying cars, futuristic buildings, and even TVs on garbage cans. How lush.
Oh yeah, this is 100% for real what would be considered modern-day Metropolis.
How?
This game takes place directly after the events of a comic book series called Superman Y2K. After a battle with a villain named Brainiac 13, where Superman obviously wins, Metropolis is turned into a futuristic paradise.
Now, does the game explain any of this?
No, it doesn't. This Superman
Yeah,
game
pretty much
is
like Suicide Squad.
Red to have any understanding of what's going on here.
Great. That's just like Batman Dark Tomorrow.
Oh.
Funny you'd say that, because this Superman game has one big thing in common with Batman Dark Tomorrow.
What's that?
The writer.
I was gonna say, were they by the same developer, but
No.
well, you're already gonna start early right there.
Fine.
Back in Metropolis, Lois and Clark are having a wonderful day out, disclosing Clark's past, his superpowers, possibly going to go see art, when suddenly...
Giant robot!
Oh
So
no!
that it looks like Brainiac 13 is back, and so, right after defeating him in the comics, he's now got to defeat him again in this game.
Superman waddles into an alley and strips himself of his
Oh,
terrestrial costume
yikes.
as he dons his true identity.
Superman!
Which we already knew because he told everybody on the street that he's actually...
After this sequence...
Yeah, that is true.
And the game
You know, I'll give credit to the loading screens. They're actually not that bad. I mean, it looks like it's pulled straight out of a comic book of Superman. I probably said that wrong. It looks like it's pulled straight out of a Superman comic book. Something's wrong with my brain today. Anyway, yeah. Loading screens aren't that bad, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the game is bad.
I think it's a concussion.
Yeah, pretty much.
is unfortunate.
The absolute first thing any
Oh.
Superman game needs to do...
Oh,
is
no.
I mean, he flies practically...
Oh, yikes.
The police took away my license. So how does
Okay.
it feel controlling an...
Alright, hold on. I probably need to pause this for a second to talk about this.
Only ever dreamed.
Good lord! The textures in the city are just so horrifying to look at! This reminds me of JonTron's review of Aquaman Battle for Atlantis for the GameCube. If you remember how bad the graphics were in that game, but we haven't even seen Superman's full body yet of in-game graphics, and oh, just everything is just so wrong, and just... Like, did the developers not even try with the backgrounds on this? Like, seriously. Oh. Now that just makes me think how much worse the game actually is.
An ice cube on a hot day that was rubbed with duck fat.
Looks like a building is approaching rapidly.
Also, what's that streak flowing behind Superman?
The left thumbstick controls turning left and right, but moving that same thumbstick up and down pushes Superman forwards and backwards. And the right stick controls your vertical and horizontal position, but sometimes doesn't do that depending on what movement is taking place. You need to master both to properly...
What superhero glides out like this? Is he trying to do the crane kick?
It is! It is very confusing!
Don't even think you can change the controls because that won't help you. Every single option available doesn't change the flight or direction controls at all.
Oh, and we know. We tried all of them.
This does not work. It doesn't matter how long you...
Oh, yikes.
It never gets better, and you always feel like you're learning to fly for the entire game.
Lois, I need my flight. Well, if we're having trouble flying, why don't we run?
Look, Lois, I'm running! Like people!
Okay.
Irritatingly slow.
And he just went through a pole!
Well, if you think movement in this game is...
Seriously, did no one test this?
Nosedive when you lock
We're
on.
barely even starting the video and already I can see the faults going on with this game.
If you were moving in one direction direction before you locked on, the controls actively change on the spot, disorienting the player.
If that weren't enough of a problem, Superman gets ultra slow and takes forever to move forward to get close enough for any of his melee attacks to land.
You better hope you're not being attacked from some other baddie, because if you're locked on to one of them, it's impossible to switch to the other.
Now, you see all this, and you're probably thinking to yourself,
why do I need to punch things?
Guessing that was a game over screen.
I've got a bunch of superhero powers at my disposal, like this. I blow hard.
Yeah,
Good for you!
Superpowers. That's what we thought too.
except the designers of this game introduce a battle system that literally nerfs Superman's abilities.
The system we're talking about is
Specific attacks.
Oh, no.
You're playing as Superman. It should feel natural or fun using all your crazy Kryptonian powers.
It should be fun, but it isn't. When you see a certain color, you have to use a specific attack.
Pop quiz. If you had to choose a color to
Oh,
signify
no.
a weakness to freeze breath, what would it be?
Well, I mean, that's pretty obvious.
You moron, it's green!
What?
Superman also uses heat vision to defeat his enemies. Now, what color do you think of when you think of red hot flames? No, you dunce, it's purple!
What? Why?
Enemies are defeated using melee attacks. What color would indicate a melee attack?
I'm guessing.
If you said
Yeah.
yellow, you'd be correct. And wrong! Sometimes the enemies that are killed with melee attacks have a red target on them.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say the heat vision has more than messed up your eyes, especially the right one over there. So it's safe to say that the combat is pretty bad in this game. I think it's safe to say that it's way worse than Batman and Dark Tomorrow, that's for sure. I think someone needs to get Superman to a hospital because this right here, yeah, it's gonna take like 5 doctors to fix him up right there because, oh, that eye. But yeah, back to the game. It's pretty bad. But can the game actually get way worse?
Keep
That's
all
what I'm
this color
wondering.
coding in mind and memorize it.
Because the game is going to get way less fun.
You need to also blow out fires, carry communication towers, and save crashing flying cars. All of this while still
What?
fighting off color-coded enemies in very specific ways.
But the developers didn't stop there.
That's right. They also added health bars for the buildings and time limits for virtually everything.
So, picture this. Find a group of enemies, defeat them using the color system.
Okay, now I feel like this is just like a 3D remaster of Superman from the Nintendo 64.
May or may not be on fire. Extinguish said fires
What?
on the buildings before it either runs out of health completely or you've run out of time.
And as soon as you're done that, you've instantly triggered another sequence where maybe Superman has to carry something somewhere. It could be a radio tower, it could be a hover car, it could be a person, it doesn't matter. The moment you pick up anything, regardless of how much it weighs, it instantly turns your controls into ultra heavy.
Superman just going around picking that stuff up and be like, no, wait, I got it, no, don't go that way. Screw it.
Superman can't use any of his attacks while carrying something. So while you're carrying that civilian to safety,
Why?
I hope no enemy picks a fight with you.
He's never had that problem before with picking buildings
Why
up.
would Superman being attacked matter?
Because he's got a health bar. Superman, the Man of Steel, the invincible hero, hurt by lasers and sticks and stuff.
The creators of
Yeah.
this game could have easily made this make sense with a throwaway line like,
Hey, Superman! You need to be careful, because all the guys that are trying to hurt you, they got kryptonite weapons. So, watch out.
but they didn't even bother writing that
Okay.
into the plot.
Speaking of plot, remember the cutscene we showed right at the start? What if we told you this was them trying, using
No.
graphics and advanced
This is not them trying.
animations?
Well, here we're into our second cutscene, and Jimmy,
Oh!
what have they done to you?
The model and animation work takes a bad turn.
Superman can't seem to sit still. He's jerking around. His eyes are just kind of
am in
darting all over
fear
the
right
place.
now.
He looks like a rabid Chuck E. Cheese animatronic some drunk dad sucker punched.
And Jimmy's mouth animations? Woof. Clearly this guy just went through some dental surgery.
Novocaine hasn't worn off yet. Hey, Jimmy!
Oh, sorry. Let me just... Oh, well, that pops up, so
Jim
that's just
does have a
wonderful.
reason to be in this game,
Let
to
me
serve
fix
more
that. Give me a
exposition.
sec.
Important
Oh,
exposition
what is
words.
happening?
He's about
Okay,
to
there we
explain
go.
what's going on
That
right
was
now
weird.
and the prior events that led to this game.
But as he's getting into it, this happens.
When Brainiac upgraded Metropolis and nearly...
I remember, Jim.
What? Why did you do that, you idiot?
Superman spent like 2 minutes at the start of the game talking about his origin story. Something
I'm guessing the game objective isn't that
And
important.
we're finally about to hear why a giant robot is materializing in the center of the city. Superman decides
I remember, Jim.
it's not worth our time.
Oh look, it's Lex Luthor. This scene's even worse than the last.
Let's go over a little list of everything that's wrong here.
When Superman lands, he doesn't actually touch the ground.
Crazy stiff and awkward animations.
Lex's hands are deformed.
What is wrong with his fingers?
Excuse me.
And look, even simple things like sound effects play before any action happens, like right here.
The cutscenes that should
It's
come off
official.
as fun end up
This
being
game is
so
broken.
confusing. Like anything
Oh,
that gets to have
no.
Bizarro in it.
No game!
This
Do
inverted
not put
version of
Bizarro
Superman
in this!
is basically backwards in every way, has cringy dialogue, and a cheese-infused performance that misses the whole point of what this character is about.
Bizarro clones am pretty. Me have new cape and nameplate. Bizarro
Well, it's-
ugly.
You can't tell
Close
if
to
he's
his
trying
character?
or stop Superman because the creators clearly didn't know how the character should act or how he should be written. He says some things backwards and some things not backwards. It's confusing and completely inconsistent.
Oh, other villains pop up too, like Metallo, a hulking metal behemoth who
Okay.
somehow sneaks up on Lois Lane.
Lois Lane? Hey, hey, as if this day wasn't lucky enough already.
Her reaction?
Put me down right now.
This
Wow.
is incredibly dumb.
Excellent voice acting there, Lois.
Antagonist marching in a straight line through the streets while Superman does more of the exact same busy work he's done so many times in this game.
When the level ends, you face Metallo on a rooftop, and we got a treat for you. This is the first and only time Kryptonite is officially used as a weapon in this
Oh, okay.
Metallo's special kryptonite attack will catch you so off guard the first time that you'll have virtually no time to try and fight back. Supes will die in the blink of an eye, and you'll have to play the whole level over again.
This is when we discovered yet another thing to hate about Superman, the Man of Steel. There are no checkpoints in this entire game. Levels that you spend chunks of time clunkily worming your way through need to be replayed if an objective isn't carried out properly. If the time runs out or if Superman bites the dust, it's all
And the
over.
time limit looks like it's moving super
Forced
fast.
to work your way through these horrible levels, begging to clear them without dying. Your reward? More of the awkward, horribly doled out, mindless plot.
Mindless plot? Why, all you need to know is that Brainiac 13 is returning to destroy or assimilate Metropolis, ultimately with the help of Lex Luthor. I'm not strong enough to just, punch
Okay.
Brainiac 13 away, so I got my best buddy Steel here to...
Okay, and Steel is in
He's
this.
so funny. Anyway, he told me to find a super weapon that happens to be on another planet called Warworld. So I fly to it and free a bunch of prisoners who are wearing shiny metal bras, just like Steel.
This is a symbol of hope. You literally have the same symbol on your...
Always the Joker. Anyway, I freed all the prisoners because they didn't seem so evil to me, although they did cause a violent riot, but they also pointed me in the direction of a big weapon. So then I stole the weapon, and a big giant head in space got really angry at me. So I punched his ship really good and broke it. When I brought the weapon back to my friend Steel,
We're not friends.
it turned out he became infected by Brainiac 13. So I punched the bad robot.
Is anyone following this plot at all?
So I went to
Because
space
I'm
and
not.
blew up a satellite spaceship thing, and boom! It rained metal and debris all over Earth. I'm helping people. And then I got
Are you
to
sure
fight
about that?
Cyborg Superman,
Oh.
who happened to be in the Phantom Zone for some
Okay.
reason, and he was all like, "I'm a robot version of you, and I'm so angry because that." So I punched him. And then my best bud
Okay.
Steel and I escaped the Phantom Zone, and finally we had a weapon to take on Brainiac 13. And that's the story. Easy, right?
I guess. So that brings us to the final boss fight. which
Oh,
is shockingly
joy.
Simple and straight up boring. Brainiac 13
Great. Even the final boss of the game is broken. But I guess I can't say I expected any more out of this broken game that we've seen. Well, let's just at least continue on with the rest of the video, see if it gets any better. I mean, we're already at the final boss, so should at least get better for the end credits or anything. Something like that. I have no idea. Let's just continue on this video and just get this over with, because
character model kind of gave up and glitched out on us, refusing to react to any of our attacks.
Ah, yes, this is truly Superman's deadliest foe, the paperweight.
When you finish the battle, you're treated to another wonderful cutscene in which Superman uses his special weapon on the world's least threatening end boss. This leads to Brainiac's voice actor phoning in his final performance.
This is not right. No. Impossible.
He seems to be like the only one that is trying, though.
Truly, a performance of the ages.
And that's it. The game ends.
And what a game it was. Superman, the Man of Steel, takes a powerful
Thank
character
the
that
Lord,
should be
it's
endlessly
over.
play as and makes him feel and control like a confused and tuckered newborn.
Every single level, whether you're on Earth or in space or in a completely...
I definitely think it's safe to say that both this game and Superman 64 will be considered the absolute worst Superman games.
With Superman 64, they were on a generation of consoles that just started to kind of figure out how 3D games worked. But here...
But even then, like, Star Fox on the Super Nintendo did the Ring tutorial better. And it wasn't like half of the entire game.
Plaster it with speeding bullets, crush it with a powerful locomotive, hurl it off a tall building.
Superman, the Man of Steel.
It's just bad.
Alright, there you have it, guys. That was my reaction to Just Bad Games on Superman the Man of Steel for the Xbox. Oh boy. Yeah, it's safe to say that it's definitely way worse than Batman Dark Tomorrow. And it's just as bad as Superman's on the Nintendo 64. I almost forgot the name. But give credit for the loading screens. Let's face it, they're the only decent thing about the game. Just everything else about the game is just really, really bad. Well, anyway, that's really all I gotta say. But anyway, with that being said, thank you all for watching this videos. I will see all you... I'm almost messed up my intro. Anyway, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to never miss a video. And with that, I will see all you awesome guys and gals later. Bye-bye!